for the so-called rights of everybody. You know what I mean? When they should not be doing that. You understand? Here it is. Black people are being oppressed. They get, no painting, no artist, is being hosed down with a water hose. They're not sticking dogs on them. You understand? They're not beating them up if they try to come into a restaurant. They aren't jumping on them because they, didn't paint the picture right. You understand? They just not making any money. So they going out there protesting for, and those are Russians. You understand? They had joined the Soviets. You understand? That's what they turned around and did. They was helping fund them as well. When the Soviets was against America, they turned around, the communists, you understand? They turned around and joined the communists, joined their fight. You see what I'm saying? When here it is again, black people are always going out on a limb for somebody else, but not even ourselves. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna skip that for a hot second, and then I'm gonna start reading some of this stuff from this book. You understand? That we got that I picked up. It's a book. It's called "The Story of the Birmingham Civil Rights Movement." Okay, and it has some photographs with it, and it's actually a decent book. You understand? I kind of like it. It kind of breaks it down. You understand, of all the different things that was happening and all the stuff that took place, narrows it down, gives you a good picture. You know what I mean? And then it explains and stuff like that. You actually see, you know what I mean, what was taking place at that time. Okay, so I'm gonna go. And I'm going to go to page 9. This is, again, it's the story of the Birmingham Civil Rights Movement. All right. And we're going to go to, let's see. Okay, this is page 9. All right, it's the battle begins. All right, it's like page 8. It says the battle begins. It says black and white citizens strolled through downtown Birmingham in the spring of 1963. So this picture, I'm gonna hold this picture up real quick so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? This picture here is showing what it looked like at that time back then. Okay, now then the next part on page 9, this is committed to segregation. It says the people of Birmingham were hard workers. The local mills produced tons of iron and steel, more than any area in the South. Unfortunately for African Americans, segregation in Birmingham was as strong as iron. It says black citizens lived in the worst parts of the city. It says, and Salaki, real quick, now this was back in 1963, okay? Blacks are still living in the worst parts of the goddamn city. You know what I mean? We just went to it was a horrible event. It was, bringing Wakanda to St. Louis, small unity, supposedly a unity function, bringing the neighborhoods together and things like that, which was to me more so a business promo or something like that. They was talking about all of this money that they've spent into the ghetto here in St. Louis, and this speaker actually said they spent $1.3 trillion in the hood here in St. Louis. And I'm trying to see where is that money at. You understand what? I mean, look at the goddamn hood, man. You understand? It looks terrible. Okay? It looks damn terrible. So they're just lying. You understand? But I wanted to point that out because here we are in 2019, and we still living in the same conditions. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, local government devoted less money to the upkeep of black neighborhoods. Now again, that's still going on right now today. So I mean, for integration to work, it's supposed to have gotten better somewhere. You know what I mean? And it has not, man. You know what I'm saying? It has not gotten better. They are doing the exact same thing, you understand, that they was doing back in 1963. They take all the money from the hood, and you go out in the suburbs, you go out in white neighborhoods, they are nice, clean, stores everywhere, malls everywhere, everything that you need right by you. You know what I mean? They got their Walmarts, they got their Targets, they got all they store, all the grocery stores right there in their neighborhood. You understand? But us, we barely have anything in the hood. Okay? And then it says, after a federal court ordered that dozens of city parks admit black citizens, city officials responded by closing those parks. It says they did the same for public playgrounds, swimming pools, and golf courses. Okay, so white people, they turned around and said, okay, federal court said you gotta open up the parks to the Negroes. And the local officials said, hell no. To the no. You understand? They ain't coming up in our park. We're just gonna shut them down. Okay? The pool, the park, the playground, all of that. You understand? And even the golf courses. And today, you understand, when Michael Jordan, man, as rich as he is, and as much money he made, the white man, they turn around and they deny him from the golf course too. You understand? They don't want him playing in some of their golf courses. All right? And you know they've been hating Tiger Woods since forever. They've been hating old Tiger since forever. They can't wait until, you know what I'm saying, he ultimately just died. Because he's coming back and he's about to kill the game again. You know what I'm saying? If you leave the white women alone, he might get on his feet a little faster. You know what I'm saying? But they ready to get rid of Tiger Woods too. Okay? But then it says the Ku Klux Klan, a racist hate group, was active in Birmingham. It says since World War II. KKK members had bombed dozens of buildings, including many African American churches. Now, how many church shootings have we had recently? You understand? This ain't nothing that done changed. This is 1963 to 2019. It's supposed to be getting better. Why are churches still being shot up today? You understand? Just last year, it was what about four churches got shot up. Dylan Storm Roof happened before that. You understand? Went and killed 9 church members. They were trying to teach them all about Jesus. You understand? Teach them about the blood and the lamb and the baby and December 25th, and he shot them. You understand? He shot them people, man. Okay? Stuff is still going on today. It said one black neighborhood was bombed so often it was called Dynamite Hill, man. Now look at that. You understand? The white man turn around and blow you the hell up and kill you and then mock you and give you nickname the damn place Dynamite Hill. Laugh at you, mock you. You understand? That's ridiculous, man. All right, and then it says in 1956, legendary African American singer Nat King Cole was beaten on stage by segregationists. All right, so they don't care nothing about you being no celebrity today. You understand? Whether you're a football player, look what they're doing to Colin Kaepernick. You understand? Look at what they did to him. Okay, they don't care nothing about you being no celebrity. Like I said, again, look at what they did to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is paid, he rich. You understand? He's a white man's butt kisser. And then guess what? He gets rejected from, you understand, the segregationists that's living today. Okay? Because ain't nothing changed about them. And it says, for the SCLC, trying to change Birmingham would be a violent struggle. You understand? That's going to be an extremely violent goddamn struggle, man. You understand? For them to turn around and integrate, you understand, blacks with whites. And guess what? We still going through the same damn, you know what I'm saying, violent struggle, man. You know what I mean? And this is why we got to get out of that good old Christian spirit, man. You understand? Because the SCLC, the Southern Christian, what's the name of the thing? The Southern Christian Leadership Council. That's it. You understand? That's what Martin Luther King was all about. Okay? And you know, in the Christian church, it's all about white Jesus. It's all about loving white people. It's all about making white people your God. You understand? So this is why they were not into violence. They didn't want to harm any white person. They didn't want to stand up for themselves and all this. But we're going to find out, there was a little twist in this thing right here. We're going to find out some brothers and sisters did stand up for it. All of them wasn't goddamn Christians. You understand? It was more so misled. Okay, we're going to point them out. We're going to bring them out as well. But let's go back to this. I'm going to go back to the documentary real quick. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let me keep on in the book. I'm I'm gonna keep going in the book real quick. Let me jump down to page. Let me see. 18. All right, this was another part. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, this is another part here. All right, that really disgusts me, man. You understand? And let me know how big of cowards these homosexuals were. You understand? All the way from Martin Luther King to Bayard Rustin. You understand? To James Bevel. You understand? To all of the people that was involved, man. All of those so-called leaders at that time, they homosexuals. They were cowards. They soft as cotton. You understand? And they misled a whole lot of people. All right, they misled all of us. But here, this part here. It says the Birmingham campaign was losing steam. Okay, now pay attention, because we're gonna actually play that a couple of clips of Martin Luther King and that dream speech. Okay, and now the campaign is losing steam. Okay, nobody's really paying any attention anymore. You understand? It's dying down. All right. It says until preacher James Bevel came up with an idea. Okay, now this dummy gets an idea. Let's find out what kind of idea he had. He says, students, he should march in Birmingham. And when he said that, said a whole bunch of children, hundreds of damn children, volunteered to join the march. All right, now if that ain't a goddamn coward, I don't know what is. That's a coward move right there. Your movement is getting weak. You understand? It was weak to begin with. It was weak all along. All the huffing and puffing everybody was doing, it was all weak, man. You understand? And here it goes, dying down. Nobody's paying you any attention. You understand? White people aren't spitting on you and throwing rocks at you and telling you, nigga, go home. So you want some attention. So he turns around with a bright idea and brings the children, involves the kids in this. All right, and this part is sending the children. It says on April 20th, King and fellow SCLC leader Ralph Abernathy were released from jail. Okay, so they found that the movement had stalled while they had been behind bars. It didn't stall. It just said that it was dying. You understand? Nobody was even giving a damn about it anymore because it was weak to begin with. All right, it says only a few people a day had been demonstrating. James Bevel, a fiery preacher and SCLC organizer, understood the problem. He said most adults in Birmingham, he said, didn't want to march because they could be arrested. And in Birmingham, employers were known to fire workers who were civil rights activists. Let me tell you, as long as you black, the white man will fire you. You ain't got to be no goddamn civil rights activist. You can just be goddamn black. You understand? And the damn white man will fire you on the spot. Okay? One of my contracts I got, man, I went to work one day and turned around and the devil had turned around and fired 7 brothers on the spot. Everybody was talking about it. They said, man, they just came out there and just said, you, pack your stuff up and get out of here. You understand? Didn't even tell the brothers what they did wrong. Ain't want to talk about it. Just told them, get your shit and go. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to be no goddamn activist for the white man to turn around and let you go. All right? And then it says, according to Bevel in Voices of Freedom, and that's another documentary, okay, that we do have. It says the strategy was, okay, let's use thousands of people who won't create an economic crisis because they're off the job. And he says the high school students. It would be dubbed the Children's Crusade. This is what they called it. You understand? They put the kids out on the front line. They gave it a fancy title, talking about the Children's Crusade. Okay? Disgusting, man. And we just had Birmingham's students would march downtown. The plan was controversial. As Malcolm X, a famous civil rights leader, said, real men don't put their children on the firing line. And let me tell you something. Commander and Hunter of the ISUPK is the one that said we ain't putting kids out on the front line. When kids don't go to camp, you understand? Men gonna handle this job. You understand? The Bible said that the leaders of my flock are men. You understand me? So the men, we gonna do this goddamn work. We ain't coming up with no bright idea. Oh, let's put our women and our kids out there. Let's put the sisters in some damn garments and some boots. You understand? And some damn war scarves. Put them out there. Hell no. You understand? It ain't gonna happen. Let's take the damn 6 and 7 year olds and put them out there. And let me explain something to you. Again, right now today, the same stuff is happening. How many times do you know or you see when a protest happens, you got a bunch of children in it? Out here in Ferguson, okay, when Michael Brown, when that protest was going on, man, it was so many goddamn kids out there, and it was pepper spray, it was damn rubber bullets, it was regular bullets, it was all kinds of mace and everything everywhere, man. You understand? And they had little kids out there in that garbage. You understand? None of our people should have been out there doing that mess. Okay, same way back then, none of Martin Luther King and the SCLC and all of these people that marched and protested, none of them would have got arrested, beat upside their damn head, had they turned around and not been out there protesting. Because that's not how you do it. You understand? And that's actually not a protest. You understand? That was a plea, you understand, for acceptance. That's what the Martin Luther King March, the Civil Rights Movement, and all that was about. Okay? And let's see. It says, however, Birmingham's black students volunteered in large numbers, according to Bethel. The high school girls were the first to respond. Now, you know these guys are weak. You know these preachers are homeless. A black preacher ain't going to defend you worth a damn, man. You understand? Look at what Martin Luther King did. Look at what these leaders did, man. Their bright idea was to involve the children. And who the one they made step up first? The goddamn girls. And instead of them saying, no, baby, y'all can't come out here, go home. You understand? When your daddies and your uncles and your brothers and things, you know, your nephews, your cousins, when they come home, have them some food cooked. You understand? Take care of the house. You know, help your mama take care of your other little brothers and sisters. We don't need y'all out here marching. These homosexuals put these girls out there on the goddamn front line, man. And that's weak as hell. Okay? Then it says, followed by the elementary school students. So they jump from the high school girls down a grade to the elementary students. You understand? Then it said the last to get involved were the high school boys. It said because police were more likely to abuse them. Guess what? Our girls was getting abused. What the hell did you put them out there? What did you think the devil was going to do? Gonna let them slide? Hell no. You understand? And like I said, right now today, they did an anniversary protest for the Michael Brown thing just last year. And they went up in Ferguson again. And they got kids out there. Now, they had a whole grown man, okay? They were blocking the street. The commuters were getting irritated because they was in the way. And somebody plunged through and ran one of the damn protesters' foot over, okay? And then you turn around and you look and see them proceeding on with a whole bunch of children. And then a person, as I'm watching it, you know, on the live, they say, hey, we got babies out here, we got babies out here. Get the goddamn babies from out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And the same Christian nonsense that they was doing back then, marching and protesting, they doing it right now today. They doing the same junk over and over again. It didn't work then, it got us nowhere today, and it's not going to get us nowhere tomorrow. You understand? We're not going to get anywhere by marching and protesting. You understand? Martin Luther King's homosexual nonviolent movement was trash. All right? And it says, Bevel said that they held workshops to help students overcome the crippling fear of dogs and jails and to help them start thinking through problems on their feet. And it said the marches will begin on May 2nd. Now, that's disgusting as hell. Okay? They turned around and was teaching the kids to basically learn how to deal with getting bit by a dog. Learn how to deal with getting beat upside your head. Learn how to deal with the fact of being faced with handcuffs and you got an animal standing over you with a hose, hosing you down while you walking. You understand? That's all you doing. Is walking. Right. Ain't bothering nothing, ain't bothering nobody. You walking and they turn around and you got to endure all of this. You understand? And they teaching classes, man, on this. You understand? They even had something what they call a non-violent school to where they taught. Let me tell you something. We don't teach violence, but we for damn sure teach self-defense. You understand? Ain't nobody, I don't give a damn white man, whoever the hell it is, you're not going to turn around and abuse me and my brothers and my sisters or our children, and you're gonna goddamn get away with it. We're going to defend ourselves. Martin Luther King and this nonsense was trash. It was garbage. All right, but let's keep going. Okay, this is the Children's Crusade. It said busing kids to jail. It said on May 2nd, children ages 6 to 18 gathered at the 16th Street Baptist Church. Martin Luther King Jr. talked to the children, saying he was proud of them. It says soon the kids began marching while singing freedom songs. And it said under Bull Connor's orders, this guy was a chief of safety or something like that, public safety. It says police arrested the marchers and sent them to jail. Yet more children kept on marching. And it says police arrested these students after a children's crusade march in early May. Police arrested so many children on May the 2nd that they ran out of paddy wagons. Look, they locked up all of these goddamn kids. They locking up so many children, man. Children between 6 and what did it say, 18? You understand? They locking up children, man. Locking up 6-year-olds. That's in the Bible. Where the white man, he would not reverence the old or the young, man. I'm paraphrasing. He don't give a damn. Okay? And then it says they had to use school buses to take away all the young lawbreakers. Look at what they call them. The lawbreakers, all they doing is walking around. You understand? Singing freedom songs. You understand? But guess what? It was against the law for you to turn around and try to go into a white man's business and try to go into Denny's or IHOP, to try to go into AMC Theater, or try to go to McDonald's, you understand? Or try to go to their bowling alley. It was illegal. You understand? It was against the law. And it should have stayed that way, man. Black people would be a lot better off if it had stayed that goddamn way. If we hadn't listened to these idiots and these homosexual Christians talking about joining white people, we would not even be in this situation. All right? And it says on May 2nd, by the end of the day, 959 young people have been arrested. They almost arrested 1,000 kids, man. You understand? This is ridiculous. Okay? Now, it says on this part here, now this I'm gonna show the picture on the book, right? Matter of fact, let me go back to the one with the kids, man. Look at this. This is terrible. They got our kids out here in this mess, man. Put that on the camera. You understand? Get it on both cameras. That don't make no damn sense. Got our kids, got these little girls, and got these little boys out here marching, man. And got damn near 1,000 kids arrested. That is ridiculous. Okay? Then let's keep going though. It says here, it says Birmingham's fire chief did not want to turn hoses on the children, but according to the book Carry Me Home, Connor told the chief, turn them on or go home. So basically the chief said, hey, you turn them hoses on or you're not going to get paid. You can go home for the rest of the day. You understand? And what did they do? According to this picture, they turned them goddamn hoses on. And they started blasting them little kids, man. 6 years old. You understand? A homosexual definitely organized this goddamn march. You understand? Organized this protest. Okay? Like I said, little children. And it says, blasted with hoses. It said on May 3rd, more than 1,000 students gathered for another march. Now this is remember the first 1,000 they got arrested was on May 2nd. Now they got another 1,000 on May 3rd. Okay, it says this time Connor wanted to stop the demonstration before it began, using police dogs on 6-year-old kids and fire hoses on 6-year-old little kids. The firefighters blasted children with the water. Now you can hurt an adult with that water, man. You understand? A whole adult, okay, can get injured. I don't care how strong you, muscle bound and all of that. If that water hose hit you, boy, in the right spot, I'm telling you, it'll hurt you. It'll hurt you bad. And just imagine what it's doing to a little poor defenseless child, man. You understand? This is what the devil is doing to little children. Okay? And it says the screams were so powerful that one boy's shirt was ripped right off. It says others was pinned against buildings, knocked over cars, and rolled down the street. This is terrible, man. Okay, now this one here, it was on the same picture that I showed. It says two young protesters tried to avoid the blast of a fire hose. It said the water was strong enough to break one of their ribs, man. It broke one of their damn ribs. This is terrible. Okay, now I'm gonna show this picture real quick. Now this is what Martin Luther King was teaching, man. I hope y'all can see that real good. See that brother's face to where this brother this is another teenager, and he's sitting here trying to resist. You understand, and learn what he was taught in Martin Luther King's non-violent classroom, which was to resist and stand strong and let the dog bite you. Look at this, man. The brother's getting bit by the goddamn dog. He trying his best to hold his composure. He got the white man choking him up, and then he got the goddamn dog sitting on him biting. You see sheds here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure them about damn dog bites hurt. I ain't never got bit by one, but I can only imagine. You understand? I could only imagine. You could just see it in the brother's face. It's terrible, man. To turn around, and this is what you are leading your people to do. Okay? And this is horrible, man. All right? This is horrible. Okay? This says here, it says on May 4th, in 1963, the New York Times published this photo on its front page. It shows police dogs attacking a high school student named Walter Gasson. It said Bull Connor had ordered police to bring out the dogs, hoping they would scare students so much that they wouldn't march. They marched anyway. It said police dogs tore the clothes and flesh off the demonstrators. One protester attempted to fight off one of the dogs with a knife, but police knocked the young man down and kicked him, stomped him, and beat his ass. You understand? That's what they turned around and did, man. This is what Martin Luther King's march got you. Okay, now this is the last one on this one. Then we're gonna jump back to the documentary. If you take a look at this picture right here, this is a little kid concentration camp. You understand? This is a kid concentration camp. Okay, it said after the jails were full, police sent students to outdoor jail yards despite cool and damp weather. And then it says Condoleezza Rice, it says the future U.S. Secretary of State, lived in Birmingham at that time, and as an 8-year-old girl, she said she saw the children huddled beneath tents. She saw this going on. She saw those little kids, and she was like, damn, you know what I mean? And I guess she was not a part of the concentration camp. But let's go back to the documentary real quick. I just want to bring that out a little bit to kind of show you and tell you what our people was really up against, man. You know what I mean? So give me 1 second. Let me skip forward a little bit to where we at. Hold tight. 1 second. Because it was a shame what Martin Luther King and the rest of them Christian preachers, organizers, things, what they did. You understand? Getting our people, you know, bit by. I mean, like, how do you teach a person to get bit by a goddamn dog? How do you teach a person to stand there and get beat upside your damn head? You know what I'm saying? How do you teach a person to get a water hose? You know what I'm saying? And all of that, man, and then stand strong. I mean, that's ridiculous. You understand? That is ridiculous. You're not even fighting. Like, you know what I mean? They claimed it was resistance. What are you resisting? You are sitting there laying down, taking whatever it is that they giving you, man. Okay? Now let's go on to this one, right? Okay. We got the mark. Okay.
Now, when I was born in Westchester, Pennsylvania in 1912, there was not a single restaurant in this town that I could eat in.
Okay, now what he about to talk about now is back when he was coming up, there was no restaurants that he could eat in that town. You understand? In the white areas, okay, white people's neighborhoods. And guess what? What's so crazy is that it's not like black people did not have restaurants. You understand? It was the white part and it was the black part. You understand? The white folks stayed over there, the black folks stayed over here. Okay? The white folks had a restaurant, the black folks had a restaurant. You understand? You know, matter of fact, black folks call it restaurant. Okay? They had the restaurant, black folks had a restaurant. Alright? Like I said, man, it's not like we did not have anything. So that's why it makes it even more ridiculous for them to have done what they did because they took, and like I said, people got hurt senselessly. Children got murdered senselessly, got arrested senselessly. Okay? But let's keep going. Now he's talking about not having a business that a black man could go into, you understand, in any point of time.
There's not a single theater in this town.
It's not a theater. Okay? Now this is in Pennsylvania right here.
The word theater, you could go
This is
in
the theater that they show.
You couldn't go downstairs to sit. But yet and still I could not understand that either because we weren't supposed to sit with them, but we could all go to the same bathroom.
Bed, you big white hole, please see.
Now this is the theater that they show right here where you got colors and their mission. You got to go up top.
I came to a parade in Westchester where the Ku Klux Klan proudly paraded their white robes and everybody clapped their hands, you know. And that's how bad the prejudice was.
Okay, now this white man's praising the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, well my thing on this part here was what was so important? Why was it so important for black people to want to turn around and go to white restaurants and use white bathrooms and go to white businesses? You know what I'm saying? When we had our own, man. And I keep stressing that because it just makes the whole thing, the whole march and the whole movement really make no sense when you look at it in a whole. You had Black Wall Street. He's talking about they had no theater that he can go in. Black folks had theaters in their neighborhoods. You understand? We had, matter of fact, like I said, Black Wall Street had every damn thing. And Black Wall Street was the most thriving. But guess what? All of them was doing well. You understand? All the black communities was doing damn good. Okay? But because of these Christians and they big bright idea to want to join the white man, we turned around, left our businesses. Now look at what, you understand, the hood and things look like now. Look at what our businesses look like now. You understand? Where are our businesses? We don't have any. You understand? In the black neighborhood, it's everybody else's business, and we have none. Okay? And then guess what? They not even hiring us. You understand? They just barely started hiring sisters to work at some of these gas stations. That's only because they had sex with them, trying to sleep with all the goddamn sisters. You understand? So, like I said, it wasn't even important for us to turn around and go to their like and the sister that was on the video, she said that she was allowed to sit with him. Well, I couldn't use the bathroom with him. Like, goddamn, like white, you can't go to the bathroom without white people. You know what I mean? That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous as hell. You need the white person. You need to go to use the same bathroom they use to feel like somebody. I don't know what nobody feel like, but goddamn, the bathroom is not like a place of acceptance. It's a place to handle your business and get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a public place. And me, I don't even like using public bathrooms half the time, man. They filthy. They nasty. Because, matter of fact, because going behind white people, them goddamn bathrooms be nasty as hell sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like using the bathroom behind them, to be honest, to tell the damn truth. Right. But like I said, but that's just a place to where you gonna have your business at. And it don't make you feel like nothing if damn white man don't use his bathroom too. You understand? I mean, it don't even make me feel like nothing. Okay? Cause I'm gonna go in there, handle it number one, number two, and I'm gonna get the hell up out of there. Alright? That's what I think about a goddamn bathroom. I don't think why do white people not let me use their bathroom when I use it. Okay, God dang. So that was silly. Okay, now let's jump. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Now we're gonna get to some of the good stuff, man. To show you exactly who we was dealing with here. Okay, and this part here, this is so disgusting, man. You understand? This is disgusting as hell. All right. Just hold tight for me while we go shoot the video a little bit. And remember, like I said, this is Barry Russell. This is about his life. You understand? They got several different documentaries on Martin Luther King, on all the civil rights movements and all of that mess. You know what I mean? What is it? The Freedom Riders? They got that one. What's I think Let Freedom Ring is a good one, or something like that. Okay, hold on. Now we're gonna get to it. Okay.
That's my house.
Okay, now I'm gonna pause it right here. If anybody can see that screen, this brother is dressed. He has on a damn skirt and a blouse. You understand? This cat, Barry Russell, was a cross dresser, man. You understand? Barry Russell was a goddamn cross dresser. I don't know if everybody can see it. You understand? But this dude here has on a damn skirt and a goddamn blouse, man. But let's keep going.
Because his white socks, his white shorts, and his white shirt, and his tennis racket over his shoulder. And we'd look at him, oh, he's so handsome, but he was very manly. And he could sing like a mockingbird.
Okay, look at him. You can see him right there, pose. You understand? Looking like a flaming homosexual, man. Okay, now the cat is doing all this singing and, so they finna go off into his lovely little sweet little life of his. You know what I mean? And let me see. So this part here is this next part that we're about to hear. This is crazy. And it really shows the just how evil, how disgusting Christians are, man, and how evil of a religion Christianity. For any black person to be a goddamn Christian, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is destroying black people. Black men, it makes black men weak. All right, and you about to hear about how weak this black man right here was right now. 1 second. Just 1 second. Alright. Okay. Now, pay attention to this guy right here.
I happened to go to a conference at Bryn Mawr College on the subject of race because there was a man who was going to speak there who was extraordinarily brilliant and fascinating speaker. Bayard appeared on the scene, and for some reason he looked in my direction and I looked in his direction and something happened.
He said he turned around and saw this great black speaker, and he locked eyes with him, and they locked eyes together, and something happened. Good night. That is disgusting as hell, man. You understand? But let's keep going, man.
I recall walking on the lawns in the campus of Bryn Mawr College and sitting down and talking with him about lots of things. And I was just enormously attracted to this guy, and he seemed to be the same. He was an extraordinary person to me. He had such intelligence, such a love of life, such a sense of humor, really a lot of wisdom.
Look, they always talk about them homosexuals as if they just the greatest damn people ever in the world. He just was such a lover of life, so intelligent, so this and so that, so sweet, and so loving, and so, you understand? I mean, good night. This is disgusting as hell. Okay, and this man, this was basically this was his lover, man. Okay, if you couldn't pick up on that yet, this white man was this black man, Baird Rustin. This was his damn lover. Okay, that's who this was, and he's going over his encounter and how they began their nasty damn gay relationship with one another. All right, and again, this is the person that organized the march on Washington. Okay, and you wonder why he had women out there. You wonder why he had children out there. You wonder why he had men. You understand, being beaten and dogs sick on them and hosed down and pepper sprayed and mace and all of that spit on and rocks thrown at them. All they endured a whole hell of a lot. You understand? And again, for absolutely no reason. All right?
Shame about being gay.
Okay, now, there was a report that Baird Rustin had turned around and said to his grandmother, okay, he said that he told her that he never told her that he liked boys. He said he just told her that he liked being with the boys at the parties, right? So she turned around and her Christian response to him was, I suppose that's what you need to do. Okay? Now, let me explain something to you. Let one of my sons come home and talk about he like hanging with the goddamn boys at the party so damn much. I'm gonna have to question that. You understand? We're gonna talk about that. And Lord willing, I don't have to turn around and snap his neck. You understand? I ain't accepting no homosexuals, man, or no goddamn lesbians. Not my goddamn sons. You understand? I'm raising you better than that. You're not gonna be no flaming homosexual. I'm not accepting you. I'm not loving you no matter what. And unconditional. What the hell is that? What is unconditional love? You understand? That don't even sound like something cool or something to get down with. Unconditional love. You just love somebody just regardless of what they do and how they are. Damn that. You understand? My son's gonna represent me. And you ain't finna be no goddamn homo. I don't give a damn what you say, what you do. You understand? I'm not accepting none of that. You dig? I'm not accepting it. Them Christians, they might. They love you no matter what you do because they gay too. You understand? But he turned around and then Baird then concludes that it wasn't a word of encouragement, but it was recognition. So basically what he was saying was his grandmother knew exactly what he was talking about. You understand? She knew that this man was telling him that, matter of fact, he was still in high school. You understand? He wasn't even an adult yet. Okay, he came out the closet when he was a kid. Okay? And she basically, like I said, she didn't encourage him like most of them do. Oh, son, I love you regardless and no matter what. I love you unconditionally and you're still my son and you're not going to... Damn, Ned, you got to stay far hell away from me as you possibly can, boy. You understand? I ain't accepting no homosexual son. Damn, Ned. But like I said, he turned around and, she wasn't the one that, was like, oh, okay, let me meet your boyfriend and all of that kind of stuff. But she did know exactly what he was talking about. And basically, by her not telling him that's wrong, that's a sin according to the Lord, you're not supposed to be gay and all what they like to say, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve and all that nonsense. Yeah, she didn't say none of that. So basically, in essence, she did accept it. You understand? Because she did not come up against it. She did not tell him, no, Baird, that's wrong, man. You're not supposed to be gay. You better not be gay. You understand? Shun that mess, and maybe he'll stop liking the goddamn boys once he see that his family, his loved ones, turn around not accepting it. But when the mothers and the grandmothers and the aunties accept that mess, you understand? Then they go right ahead and do it, and they get AIDS, and then they die. Okay? But then that's one reason why I hate because they accept every evil damn thing, but something that's right, oh no. You understand? Oh no, they ain't trying to get down with that. Okay, now hold on 1 second. Okay, let's get back to the documentary. Let's see. Let me see. Get back to my starting point. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give it a minute. I want to show this part here.
There are three ways to deal with injustice.
Okay, hold on. All right. Now this is the part right here. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit so you can catch it. Hold on.
Fear, and he just flowed through whatever he was doing and putting his life on the line for other people.
Okay, right there. If everybody can see that on the case, said this is a school of non-violence. This is where they were actually teaching, and only a homosexual will have a school of non-violence. Okay, and he about to break down this nonsense, man. This is ridiculous. Well, he about to break this down of what this school is all about. One second.
He did less sin for his hearts.
There are three ways to deal with injustice.
Okay, he said there is three ways to deal with injustice. All right, let's see what he said.
One is to accept it slavishly.
Okay, he said the first one is to accept it slavishly. Who knows what that means? Who knows what that means? Anybody on the line want to answer? Give to accept it slavishly. Who knows what that means? All right, notice what I give to you. Slavishly means to basically submit. You understand? You're going to submit to your oppression. You're going to obey. Okay, obey or submit. All right, now that's number one. That's the first way you can to battle three ways. That's what Bayer called it. The three ways to deal with injustice.
Or one can resist it with arms.
Or two is you can resist with arms. And to resist with arms means weapons. Alright? And now their more famous one that they love, which is number three, is
Or one can use nonviolence.
or one could use nonviolence. Okay? That's what the school, of course, that they had created was founded upon. The school of nonviolence. Alright? Let's keep going.
A man who believes in nonviolence is prepared to be harmed, to be crushed, but he will never crush others.
Okay, do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? Is the person that is nonviolent is prepared to be crushed, but he will never crush anyone. Okay, now you don't have to just go around crushing people, but why in the hell won't you even damn defend yourself, man? You understand? That's ridiculous as hell. They won't even defend these Christians. Only a gay man, I'm telling you, only a gay man will turn around and teach some mess like this. Okay? So where you got people that's, like I said, grown men, man. Yeah, grown men in these marches that just going around getting beat, getting shot. I'm talking about some goddamn non-violence. Okay? This is ridiculous. Okay, now let me go. Hold on. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me go back to the book real quick. All right, now we're gonna see if non-violence, if it worked at all. We're gonna see, was this a good idea? You understand, or was it not? Okay, now this part here, that's back in the story of the Birmingham Civil Rights Movement. Okay, this is page 27. Okay, it says descending into chaos. Okay. It says, soaked in the stream. It said, the scene in downtown Birmingham on May 3rd was pure chaos. Young protesters soaked with water were screaming. Police dogs attacked others. More than 1,000 black onlookers booed the officers from a rooftop. Some African Americans rained bricks and bottles down on police. A white man tried to drive his car into a gathering of marchers. Now that took place. I think it was down in Texas. It was one that happened in Texas. That has happened several different times. To where white people they don't want to hear you whine and cry about you being hurt, your injustice, and let freedom ring, and all of that. Now they don't want to hear it, so they turn around and they taking their cars and they trying to run you over, man, and kill you with their goddamn car. Okay. So then it says police officers barricaded 1,000 black citizens in a church, preventing them from marching. And it said finally at around 3 p.m. tension eased. It says James Bevel, through a police bullhorn, urged black citizens to get off the streets, and eventually they did. So he came out, the Christian preacher came out and said, look, go on and go home. Okay? Now take a look at this picture right here. Okay? This picture here is a whole bunch of little sisters being arrested. Okay? It's a bunch of little girls. Okay, it says these girls were arrested and sent to this building at the county fairgrounds. It says many students wanted to be arrested. It said to them it was the ultimate way of protesting against segregation. Now see, these kids, they didn't know no goddamn better. You understand? They sitting here and think they'd have been lied to by the preacher saying that, oh, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing for freedom and injustice and for your people and all of this, when this did nothing for black people. All right? And it says, arrests increase and spirits soar. It says on Saturday, May 4th, photos from Birmingham made the front pages of newspapers all over the country. Americans were astonished to view pictures of young people abused by police and firefighters. I can see President John F. Kennedy said, why the Negroes of Birmingham are tired of being patient. It said, the battles of Birmingham were far from over. Parents of jailed children seethed in anger. And who knows what it means to seethe in anger? Who knows what it means to seethe in anger? Okay, that's the way I give it to you. It means to be filled with like unexplainable anger. Okay, you just can't explain. You're so goddamn angry. You can't. You ever seen somebody just get so mad they can't even damn talk? That's how it is. You understand? These people can't even get it out their mouth. Why they so angry? What made them so mad? They can't even open their mouth and say it. Okay, so these brothers and sisters were seized with anger. Okay, and it says at a demonstration on May 4th, some brought guns and knives. Okay, so all of them brothers and them sisters that was out there weren't Christian, man. You understand? They was like, damn that. You understand? We ain't turning another goddamn cheek. We'd have been out here. We done got dogs sick on, got a damn dog bite every goddamn word. They had water holes on me, broken ribs. You understand? They turned around and locked us up in this damn church, barricaded us in the church. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. White people have been terrorizing black people for a long time. And the only somebody that has the courage and the goddamn kahunas and to teach other men so and to do the same thing is Commander Junior Hunter and the ISUPK. He's teaching us not to be no goddamn coward, man. Martin Luther King was a coward. You understand? That's why he got a damn statue. That's why he got him a holiday. You understand? That's why white people love Martin Luther King. Okay? If you haven't noticed, they love him because guess what? Look at what he got. He gave them all the slaves. You understand? He gave them more slaves than they had in damn slavery. Okay? So, they love Martin Luther King. All right? And then it says, James Bevel had to calm them down. He said, okay, get off the streets now. He said through a bullhorn, we're not going to have violence. Now, you do have violence. You got the white man barricading you in a building. That's violent, man. You understand? You got the white man tear gas in you. That's violent. You got the white man billy club in you. That's violent. You understand? These people are ridiculous. They talk about they not gonna have no violence. What it is that they just didn't want them to lay a finger and a hand and harm their God. You understand? That's all it is. They didn't want them to mess with little old white man because he ain't even do nothing to nobody. It's all about non-violence. When, like I said, these guys are cowards. And no wonder homosexual turned around and organized this march, man, the march on Washington. Okay?
Right.
And then it says, let me see, marches did continue. It says, and so did the arrest. Okay? It says, through May 6th, more than 2,000 protesters had been jailed. On the evening of May 6th, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke at a packed church. He praised the citizens for their courageous actions. Actually, there was nothing courageous about this. Okay, it was absolutely foolish. Never in the history of this nation, he declared, have so many people been arrested for the cause of freedom and human dignity. And it says the church erupted in applause. Now, that was nothing to applaud him for, because Martin Luther King was responsible for that mess, man. The SCLC was responsible for that. The Southern Christian Leadership Council was responsible for all of them thousands of people, man, that got arrested. They were responsible for all of them teens that got hurt. You understand? They were responsible for that nonsense. Okay? So let's keep going. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me get the scripture real quick. Who got the sword with him? Kunaya? Rapayala, you got the sword with you? Any one of the brothers on the line got the Bible with you? Okay, you supposed to come to class with some Bibles, Aki. You understand?
Oh, so I got mine.
Okay, Most High Christ. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 6. You don't just come to class talking about right. You come to class to learn. You understand? And you need the sword so that you can learn. Alright, so give me Jeremiah 50 and 6. And we're going to see what the Lord had to say about these Christians, man. About Martin Luther King, about Barrett Russell, about the SCLC, the Christians that organized this old foolish damn March on Washington. Okay?
So like you said, that was Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah 50 and 6, verse 6.
What kind?
All right.
Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
My people have been what?
My people have been lost sheep.
My people have been lost sheep. You understand? This is the Lord. This is what he said about his people. His people are Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Keep going.
The shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Wait a minute. Martin Luther King, he did what?
Caused them to go astray.
Man, SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Council, caused the sheep to do what?
Go astray.
Man, these Christian preachers and leaders and Martin Luther King and Barrett Russell and the rest of them homosexuals caused us to go astray, man. You understand? Our people have been lost sheep for a long time. We are the lost sheep. We have no identity. We don't know who we are. You understand? And we're too busy wanting to be accepted by white people where we can't even get it back. You understand? Here you got Commander Julian Hunter on down to a damn officer of 50 teaching you the truth. You understand? But you so hell-bent on Martin Luther King and his damn infamous march. You understand? Because there's nothing great about none of this stuff. You know what I mean? But black folks love and praise this nonsense. You understand? For real men, they turn around and say that we are the ones that's causing the problem. You know what I mean? When we actually have the solution to the problem. Okay? This stuff that Martin Luther King did, this was a problem. You understand? I couldn't even imagine myself, you understand, being out there doing this. You understand? But keep going up.
They have found them away on the mountains.
The Martin Luther King said, I done been to the mountaintop. You understand? They done turned us away on the up on the mountains, man. Keep going.
They have gone from mountain to hill.
Okay, they gone from mountain to hill. They done went from the mountaintop. They done went to the valley. They done went to the hill. We all over the place, marching all over the place, man. Keep going.
They have forgotten their resting place.
And we done forgot our resting place. The scripture says that this place here is not our rest. And I'm paraphrasing. You understand? This is not the place of our rest, man. And we done forgot all about that, trying to sit here and join with America, man. You understand? Now, real quick, I think that's it for right now, Bond. We're going to go to the never read some more in this book, and then we're going to get another scripture in 1 second. Okay? Now, this here is, matter of fact, Bond, pull the scripture real quick and just have it for me. It's Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Give me chapter 12, verses 10 through 12. And let me know when you got it. Okay? It says, this is an agreement is reached. Right? So all of the hard work and the marching and protesting and all of the damn Skechers and Nikes and you understand what else was it? What's some other damn things we used to wear? Them what's the thing them shoes? Converses. You understand? The Converses, man. After all the Converses you done wore out, we came to an agreement, okay? It said, on May 7th, demonstrators continued on Birmingham Street. I was afraid of getting hurt, but still I was willing to march on to have justice done, said student Patricia Harris in Voices of Freedom. This is another sister in another documentary, okay? And she was willing to get hurt. You understand? No, none of them preachers, nobody to protect her. You understand? And I don't see why. I know the women was scared as hell. Hell, the men were scared. So I know the sisters was goddamn scared, terrified out there, man. The greatest terrorist to ever damn live is turning around and killing you right there before your very eyes. And they teaching them to resist it and deal with it and take it. That's disgusting. It says, once again, firefighters turned hoses on the protesters. Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth was injured so badly by the water blast that he had to go to the hospital. And it says, according to Eyes on the Prize, that's another, if I'm not mistaken, the Eyes on the Prize is a 4 or 6 CD little series, little documentary. That's a good one too. It said, kind of smile, and it's like, the reason I'm saying it's a good documentary is not that it showed that, that we did anything, we accomplished anything, but it's to actually show you what not to damn do. You understand? And who not to follow. The only somebody that our people should be following is the men in the ISUPK, not these people right here like this, these Christians. Because they're not going to protect you at all. Okay? And it says Connor, now remember Connor was the head or the chief of the public safety or something like that. Okay? And he is the one that's giving everybody the orders. You understand? He told them one time, either turn them hoses on or take your ass home. And what did those firefighters do? They started blasting them brothers and them sisters and them children so they can get their paycheck. You understand? And it says, Connor smiled when he heard about Shuttleworth's injury. He said, I'm sorry I missed it. You understand? This is the white man. This is the devil mocking the damn preacher. Okay? Mocking the preacher. He said, damn, I'm sorry I missed him. I would have loved to see you get knocked out by that goddamn water. Damn, I should have came a little sooner. Okay? And no better for these Christians, man. You understand? Because here you are up against an animal who turn around and hit your guts, and you just, in submission, willing to get beat and hung and lynched and every damn thing else, and then you turn around and you got heard he laugh at you. Okay? And it says TV cameras recorded the drama in Birmingham. Images of attack dogs and fire hoses were shown on the TV news. Viewers felt that these attacks were wrong. Many Americans were realizing that segregation in the South had to end, and soon. President Kennedy sent Burt Marshall to Birmingham to reach a peaceful settlement. Marshall was head of the U.S. Justice Department's Civil Rights Division. Marshall negotiated with the Senior Citizens Committee, a group that represented most of Birmingham's businesses concerned about damage to their downtown stores. Committee members agreed to the demands of the SCLC. Okay, and it said that they would desegregate local stores and hire black workers. In return, civil rights leaders ended the demonstrations. King called the agreement the most significant victory for justice that we have seen in the Deep South. And it says, unfortunately, this wasn't the end of the story in Birmingham, not by a long shot. Okay, guess what? Not in this country, period. Because it still ain't over. All right? Now, let's go to, let me see. Do you got the scripture up on?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, read that for me, y'all.
It is the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 10.
Slide. Hold on. Chapter 12, verse 10. Chapter 12, verse 10 through 12. Verses 10 through 12.
Chapter 12, verse 10.
There we go. Come on with it.
10 to 12, sir.
10, verse 10 through 12.
Come.
Most High Christ. Let's get it, brother.
Press down not upon them.
No, slide. Hold on. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10 through 12. You're going to read verses 10, 11, and 12.
Come.
There we go. Now we on.
Chapter 12, verse 10.
Most High Christ. Let's
Never trust thy enemy.
Never do what?
Trust thy enemy.
Never trust thy enemy. This stuff that Martin Luther King was doing was absolutely ridiculous. Joining us together with white people, putting all your trust. And I can't wait until we get to the part to what Martin Luther King was given for all of this stuff. It's ridiculous, man. You understand? It is ridiculous. Okay? Keep reading. Never trust thy enemy.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Okay. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Meaning that eventually iron is going to rust. It's going to come right through. You're going to see it. You understand? And it's going to leave holes all in your car, all over the steel, the iron, and everything. You're going to see that rust eventually. You understand? And that's the so-called white man. That's your enemy, man. The Lord said that the white man is your natural born damn enemy. And there is nothing that you can do to turn around and make this man love you. You understand? I mean, come on, man. Martin Luther King led a non-violent march and protest. Okay? He just wanted to sit down and eat at a white person's restaurant. And look at what they endured. And look at what we still endure, man. Look at what we are still going through at white folks' restaurants. Look at those little sisters and brothers that was in the McDonald's where the devil pulled the gun on. You understand? And about to shoot him. And then the manager come up to him and hurt. Get out of here. You know, and somebody said, damn, man pulled a gun on him. What the hell, you want to go outside and get shot? You understand? The white woman don't give a damn. All she's trying to do is protect McDonald's burgers and fries and chicken McNuggets. You understand? And McFlurries. She don't give a damn about them niggas. Okay? So we turn around and you had who else turned around and got that sister that was at that McDonald's, and the goddamn devil reached over the counter and grabbed her because he didn't get enough damn packs of ketchup, whatever the hell his problem was. It was something small, but because you are a woman and you are a nigga, then the white man turned around, grabbed that little sister up, and she was forced to defend herself. And all of the men that were standing around, nobody even bothered to help her, man. You understand? These cats are too goddamn Christian. You understand? These brothers out here are too damn Christian. This non-violent junk done got way the hell out of hand, man. You understand? You're not supposed to, by no means, let nobody turn around and abuse you and beat on you for no reason. You understand? None at all. And then for this reason right here of Martin Luther King and this marching and this protesting to eat in a restaurant, to stay at a white person's hotel, when guess what? You just had the richest black man in the goddamn world get discriminated against at a hotel down in Florida. You understand? Because he had on some shades. He had on some damn eyeglasses that was prescription and they were tinted. And they said, hey, you got to take your glasses. The white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. He turned around, first is you a thug.
Right.
You a thug. Your pants is sag and they baggy. You know what I'm saying? You got on Jordans. You got on a white tee. You know what I'm saying? You got your hat turned to the side or the back. You a thug. Now this man came in a goddamn suit, in a goddamn Lamborghini, the damn suit probably was $5,000 goddamn dollars. This is the richest black man in the world. And he turned around in the shades. I don't know how much they cost. The shades probably about $3-4 grand. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the brother was draped in some nice shades. Okay, but actually it was prescription glasses. They just had a little tint to them. And they told him, oh no, you gotta take them glasses off in here. You can't wear. They ain't asking nobody else about no goddamn glasses. You know what I'm saying? No shades. You don't make nobody take off no goddamn shades, man. You know what I mean? So like I said, it don't matter what you wear. It don't matter what you got on. It don't matter what it is about you. If you are black, Hispanic, a Native Indian, you are one of the Lord's chosen people, and white people hate your guts. And no marching, no letting freedom ring, no we shall overcome is going to help you turn around and make that situation any brighter than what it already is not. All right? Keep reading that out.
Come, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Okay, you supposed to turn around. If the white man turn around and humble himself and go crouching, you still supposed to take heed and beware of him, man. You understand? Because this your enemy. Your enemy has no damn plans on ever loving you, never accepting you as one, never being his equal, never going to sit at his table with his family and you're going to be like one of them. It's never going to happen. So if he turn around and go crouching and humble himself like, look, man, I just want to join you. The same way he did the Native Indians. Okay? The same way he did them. They turned around and told the natives, peace, peace. We just want to, live next door to you and be neighbors. You know what I mean? That's what they told the Native Indians. I just want to be your neighbor. Hi, neighbor. You understand? And they stabbed them and they got them. As soon as they turned around and was not taking heed of him and being aware of him, they turned around and the white man stabbed him in the back and stole the goddamn land from him, killed him, and stole the goddamn land from the Native Indians. You got to be aware of these damn devils, man. You can't trust them to the point to where you lay your guard down and then, you know what I'm saying, turn around and he do something to you and then you looking like a fool after that. All right? We should never trust these people. Okay? Keep going up.
As I shall be unto him as his eye has lighted, a looking glass.
Okay, what's a looking glass? Who knows what a looking glass is? Y'all better know this. A looking glass. Get on them phones. Get that goddamn Google. What is a looking glass? It's a mirror. A looking glass is a mirror.
You saw a mirror?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Yvonne. It is a mirror. And that's how you're supposed to be in the white man's damn face. When he get humble and he go crouching, and you thinking that he mean what he saying. You supposed to be right there like he wipe the damn fog when you get out the shower, and it's foggy, you're wiping, you looking at your damn self. That's how the white man is supposed to be. That's how you supposed to be to the white man. Let him know I'm watching you. You understand? I ain't buying none of that nonsense that we all free and we all bleed red and all that. Now I'm watching you. You understand? That's how we supposed to be. Keep going up.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
And you will know that his rust is a metaphor. His wickedness has not been wiped away. Like I said, you get out that shower and wipe your hand across that mirror, then it turn around and once the steam blow off, it start cooling up, the mirror clear up. You understand? But guess what? His rust don't. You understand? The rust of this white man is never going to clear up. It's never going to be wiped away. He's going to forever be evil, and he's going to forever oppress black people, man. You understand? The way Martin Luther King marched and protested, and you got so many different people talking about we're so far ahead now than what we've ever been, that is a goddamn lie. You understand? Because they still doing the same damn thing. We still get discriminated in the white man's restaurant. The first thing they think is you gonna steal something. You know what I mean? They on the lookout. Soon as you come in there, they push the button. They ready to push that goddamn button because they think you about to steal something. They watching you go up and down every goddamn aisle. You understand? Like I said, then they turn around and put you out. You look like somebody. I remember one time, this was, let me see, I think I was about 18, man. And me and my little girlfriend, we turned around, we went out. We goes down in South County. She was, you know, I'm straight from the hood. I'm from the west side, right around the corner. You understand? Right around the corner from where the school is at. And, you know, I forgot where she stayed at, but it was somewhere in the county where it was nice at. You know what I'm saying? No gunshots. You know what I'm saying? No crackheads. You know what I mean? No, none of that. Okay? Liquor stores closed at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 11 o'clock back then. And turn around, and she wants to go to South County. So we go down in South County to the movies and all this nonsense, and to the Walmart and all this. Man, you should have saw how quick them. Now I got a Monte Carlo SS, big pipes on it, boom, everywhere it goddamn go. You know what I'm saying? Blowing plenty of smoke. You understand? I'm talking about this big thing was getting. Man, you should have seen about 5 goddamn police swoop down on him. You understand? What are you doing down here? Okay? What is the niggas doing in this neighborhood? That's what they turned around and pulled me over and said. Okay, then after that, we get out of that. You understand? Because they ain't had nothing on us. We get out of that. We let them know we just come from the Walmart. Then we end up stopping at the goddamn 7-Eleven down there. And then the 7-Eleven tell us, oh no, get out of here. Y'all just stole something last week. This was my first goddamn time even being down there in this area. You understand? And then they turned around and told me I was just in there stealing last week. Me and her. They said, you and her, you get out of here. Y'all just stole something last. I said, oh man, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? They just don't want us in their neighborhoods, man. They don't want to be joined together with us. They not trying to be our people. We not one. You understand? And we just gonna have to accept that. And we ain't gonna never be one with white people. And they gonna never love us. They gonna never accept us. They ain't gonna never treat us fairly. I don't give a damn how many laws they pass. How many laws has the white man broken? You got a black man in prison and can't even get out for breaking one law. But how many laws has the white man broke and he ain't been to jail yet? I'll wait. I will wait for the answer. Okay? But go ahead, let's finish that up. Give me 12.
Psalm 5, verse 12. Set him not by thee.
Do what?
Set him not by thee.
Man, Martin Luther King was against the Lord, man. He was not a prophet of God. God did not send him to do what he said. That dream that he had did not come from God. None of that, man. The Lord said, say that again, read that one more time.
Set him not by thee.
Set him not by thee. Why in the hell are you trying to join white people? You understand? Don't bring them on. The Lord said that we greater than them. So why the hell we trying to put the white man on our goddamn level and be next to join together with him when the Lord said that he is less than us? You understand? White people and the other nations of people are they second class citizens and we first to the Lord, man. So why the hell are we trying? Why are we trying to step down? What they like to say? Stoop down to your level. Why are we stooping down to white folks' level, man? When the Lord said that we're on a level that can't nobody even get on, man, if we serve him. You understand? That don't even make sense. Okay? Keep going.
Yes. When he had overthrown him.
When he had did what?
He stood up in high place.
When he had did what?
Overthrown him.
When the white man did overthrew them marches and protesters, what he do? Keep reading.
He stood up in high place.
He stand in thy place. You understand? The white man that took it so far, he's standing all the way in our place, claiming that he is the chosen people of the Lord now. He done stood all the way up in our goddamn place. And now he is the Lord's chosen people. You understand? He already got the damn businesses. You understand? He got the money. He owned the damn houses. And he's a goddamn slumlord at that. You understand? He's a goddamn slumlord. I know some brothers and some sisters, man, that live in some horrible, horrible damn apartments and things. Because the white man refused to fix it. And do you know why? Because you stay in there. You understand? He refuses to fix it because you live in it. You understand? But he gonna turn around and once he overthrow you, while we trying to join together with white people, Martin Luther King, he turned around and marched all of them people to be overthrown. You understand? And now he done turned around and took our place. Now we ain't got nothing as a result of this nonsense. And then the white man got every goddamn thing. Keep reading.
Neither let him sit at my right hand.
Uh-huh. Keep reading.
Yes, he seeks to take my seat.
Okay, so that was the white man's whole goal. You had your own neighborhood. You had your own mom and pop chicken joint, Bubba and Jeff Roll barbecue. You understand? We had our own thing going on. Okay? And the white man turned around, you let him turn around and sit at your right hand, he's planning to take your seat. You understand? This is why, like black women, man, I know they thought that they was doing a good thing back in the day when they started teaching them Arabs how to fry their goddamn chicken. You understand? Our grandmothers taught them Arabs how to cook damn chicken. They didn't even eat chicken, so they don't even know how to be fried and even work with it. You understand? But now they do. They on every damn corner, every damn gas station, every damn convenience store selling Negroes chicken. You understand? And them old ladies thought that they was doing a good job, man. But the white man and the goddamn other nations of people were seeking to run you out of business. They was going to take your seat, and they did. You understand? All because we trusted our enemies, man. When the Lord said never to trust them. Keep reading.
And God the last and hear our words. And be quick therewith.
You're supposed to remember this, man. You understand? And make sure you be pricked like a damn thorn, like something poking you. Make sure that this stick with you. You understand that you never forget this, man. Remember these words. And see, Martin Luther King threw it all the way out of black people's mind to where they wasn't even thinking about it. You understand? We wasn't even concerned with the white man taking our seat and us not being in this position that we in right now, to where brothers is over 52% are unemployed, all because of what Martin Luther King and his lion-ass dream was for black people. Now brothers are more unemployed, and sisters, because they fall right behind us, are more unemployed than ever and can't get a job. Why? Because don't know black people own any businesses. You got to go and beg your goddamn enemy for a job, and he don't want you working. He don't even want you there. You understand? That's ridiculous, man. But I'm going to go back to the book Give me Ezekiel 35 and 5 real quick. Okay? And I'm going to go back to this book here, and I'm going to read a few more. Hold on one second. Okay, this is violent reactions. Okay, it says Connor rejects the settlement. It says on May 10th, Martin Luther King Jr. and Fred Shuttlesworth held a news conference in Birmingham. They announced the agreement that had been reached with the Senior Citizens Committee. Within 90 days, the city's lunch counters, fitting rooms, restrooms, and drinking fountains would be desegregated. It says all jail protesters would be released, and businesses would begin to hire black workers in downtown stores. Bull Connor, however, thought that the committee members were traitors, and they were, because guess what? All white people supposed to stick together, and all black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people supposed to stick together. All the Arabs supposed to stick together, all the Africans supposed to stick together, and anybody deviate from that, you all a goddamn traitor. You understand? And guess who else was a traitor? Martin Luther King Jr. was a goddamn traitor, man, to black people. All right? And it says, he asked Birmingham's white citizens not to shop at downtown stores. Oh, God, no sweat. It said, Alabama Governor George Wallace also opposed the settlement. Okay, then it says, Martin Luther King Jr. tells reporters about the Birmingham agreement. Segregationists fumed with anger over the decision. Okay, now check this one out right here. This is what started happening right after that. All right, this took place right after this. This is when they started bombing, you understand, and rioting down there in Alabama, man. Okay, and this part is called Bombs and Riots. It says the Ku Klux Klan had been quiet during the Birmingham's campaign, but that silence ended abruptly on May 11th. That day, Klan leader Robert Shelton declared that Martin Luther King Jr. had no authority to negotiate settlements in Birmingham. That night, the home of A.D. King, Martin's brother, was bombed. Another bomb went off at the Gaston Motel, where Martin had been staying. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. And it says some black citizens responded to the bombing by setting stores on fire and throwing rocks at police. Local and state police pounded black rioters with clubs. Okay? And it says of the 40 people injured in the rioting, 35 were black. And then it says President Kennedy feared a major race riot. The president sent 3,000 U.S. Army troops to nearby Fort McClellan. And it says this government, Kennedy declared, will do whatever must be done to preserve order, protect the lives of his citizens, and uphold the law of the land. Okay, and it says Kennedy's actions quieted the city after Mayor Albert Butwell showed his support for the recent settlement. The turmoil ended in Birmingham, and it says it's describing the two pictures that they have here. It says at the above left, it says besides the May 11th bombing, these Birmingham homes were set afire that night, and it said African Americans owned the homes. And then it said below left, it said Reverend A.D. King surveys the damage done to his home. And it said it was bombed on May the 11th as well. Okay. All right. Then, okay, now let's go to this part here is, let me see. Okay. Let's go with this one. This is support from the court. Okay, this is on May 20th, 1963, civil rights lawyers scored a major victory. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that segregation laws in American cities were unconstitutional. That meant they were against U.S. law. But it didn't mean that Southerners would follow that law. And guess what? The white man still don't follow that law. You understand? Look how many brothers and sisters that have been murdered since 1963. when did he ever, like I said, the white man, he breaks all of his laws, and the black man breaks one law, and he's in prison forever. He's in prison for the rest of his life for breaking one law. But the white man breaks them all, his own laws, and he's never in prison. You understand? And then it says, let's see, the Supreme Court had outlawed segregated schools in 1954, but Southern school systems were still almost entirely segregated in 1963. You understand? They don't want to integrate with you. White people don't want you at their damn schools. Okay? And for real, to be quite frank, the white man's curriculum is slow anyway. You understand? His curriculum is slow. Okay? By us being the Lord's chosen people, we are the smartest people on the planet. And his curriculum has our children in school bored, man. All they learning about is great white people. You know what I'm saying? That's all they teaching our children about. And that stuff is not interesting at all. And this is why, thanks to Commander Jerry Hunter, man, and the Most High Christ for him, and the ISUPK, is that we setting up schools all over the country and even out of the country, to where Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, they could come and learn about how great they damn people was, instead of going to school and learning about some goddamn white man all goddamn 8 hours of school day, and then you go home and you don't even feel like you learned nothing. You understand? It's ridiculous as hell. But anyway, let's keep going. It says, and that right there just goes to show you how the white man, he doesn't even follow his own law. You supposed to be letting black people into school, and they still deny them. They don't even want you there. Right now today, you got black kids getting turned away from school because of their hairdo. They had a sister that got put out of school because of her braids. Yeah, so several of them. They had a damn Gadite, a Native Indian sister. The goddamn devil teacher cut the goddamn sister's hair off. You understand? He turned around and had a little boy. He had I think, was it a fro with some twists or something? I can't think exactly what he had. Somebody had some little braids, a small little braids. The school turned him away. They didn't want him there with that mess. The hair looked messy. They don't like our hair. They don't like our skin. They don't like our clothes. They don't like nothing about us, man. You understand? But they'll sit here and say that the ISUPK don't like the white man because of his skin color. We ain't not once mentioned nothing about the color of this man's skin. You understand? Not one time have we ever mentioned that we hate the white man because he's white. Look at what he is doing to the Lord's chosen people. Look at what he is doing to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I don't give a damn what the color of his skin was. You understand? Or is. Okay? Look at how you are treating my people. Not no goddamn skin color. But the white man discriminates on black people because of their hairdo. You understand? You can't have braids. You can't rock your own style. Don't nobody tell them not to have blonde hair. You understand? Don't nobody tell them not to have spikes. They still wear them spikes. Remember how they used to wear them back at Roosevelt? They turned around and spiked their damn hair. Had all they goddamn mousse in their hair, whatever they put in there.
Right.
You understand? Ain't nobody tell them not to wear their hair like that. But you can't, because you a slave. They ain't. You understand? And they can discriminate against you. You can't discriminate against them. You understand? White people used to stink. I couldn't tell them, look, I don't want them in this class when they stink. You understand? I would have got put out the goddamn class had I told them that. You know what I'm saying? Black people can't discriminate on white folks and say nothing about them. But they can sure turn around and discriminate on you for your hairdo. And because you dress so goddamn good, they looking like a bum. And then, you know what I'm saying, here you come in looking like Superfly, and then they sitting there looking like damn, who the hell knows, you understand what I'm saying? Forrest Gump or some goddamn body. And then they say, well, I look at him, he's a thug. You know what I'm saying? And right away, you're a thug. That's how they can do that. Okay? And that's how they've been doing it. And that's how they doing it back in 1954, 1963. Right now, today, 2019, they still doing it. All right? And it says segregation forever. You understand? Oh, sorry. Alabama Governor George Wallace resisted integration. And he says segregation forever. he once declared on June 11, 1963. Wallace stood in front of a doorway at the University of Alabama in a symbolic gesture. He prevented Vivian Malone and James Hood from becoming the first African Americans to attend the school. So the governor turned around and said, oh, hell no, you niggas ain't getting up in here. You understand? And they turned around and he stopped them from being the damn first two brothers and sisters to join the damn school. He said that night, President Kennedy addressed the nation on television. He wanted to announce his support for equal rights for African Americans. He said that he would ask Congress to create laws giving all Americans the right to be served in facilities which are open to the public, such as hotels, restaurants, theaters, retail stores, and similar establishments. Martin Luther King Jr. knew that Southern Congress members would strongly resist the Civil Rights Bill. He wanted to show Congress that the American people supported such a bill. The best way to do that, he believed, was for thousands of Americans to march to Washington. Okay? Now, I want to turn around and play the dream speech. We kind of a little short on time, but I'm going to just kind of narrow it down a little bit and sum it up. Okay, now this right here is the King. It said, I have a dream. It said the outrage surrounding the Birmingham campaign contributed to the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. That was a lie. Okay? Martin Luther King, he went and he, before the March on Washington, he lied to them brothers and them sisters and told them that what they were marching for was money. Okay? And he ended up telling them, we are going to get our check. And had them brothers and sisters thinking that Martin Luther King said, we finna get paid. Hell yeah, I'm going to march for this. You know what I'm saying? And they actually went out. I'm going to see if I can pull that little clip. They actually went out, marched with him, and turned around and got played. You could tell that they weren't even involved in the damn speech. Okay? The same way they started losing the damn momentum, you understand, in the beginning when the preacher said, okay, let's do something different, let's involve the kids. Same thing with that old disgusting speech of his. Okay? He was losing the crowd. Okay? And they actually, that I Have a Dream speech was supposed to have been geared in another fashion. It wasn't even supposed to have been like a I Have a Dream speech. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be geared in another way. Hold on 1 second. So let me see if I can get the TV set. One second, I'm going to get the channel real quick so we can play this quick little video. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, wait a minute, that's not the one with the video. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Get that thing up. Okay, here we go. Okay, right here, where Martin Luther King said that they were going to march for jobs and freedom. They're going to go march for some money. This one right here, this little video we're about to listen to, hold tight, let me see. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Now, this is Martin Luther King right before the March on Washington. Okay? He went to this church and he had all these people and he was telling them what they're going to go march for. All right?
Through an act of Congress, our government was
said, Martin Luther King said, we coming to get that check. Okay? And I'm gonna turn around. Now look, I'm gonna finish reading this. I want to play that I Have a Dream speech. Cause you ain't gonna hear nothing about no goddamn check at all. He mentioned check, but the way he said it, it was in a metaphor. And it had nothing to do with money. It was more so like when a person say, put your money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? If you man, what's the one they say about the check or bond? Don't write a check your ass can't cash or something like that. That's how he said that. He said that in a metaphorical way. He didn't say what he just said. You understand? In that I Have a Dream speech. This speech that he did at this church before the march, he did not. He mentioned money here. He was telling them all about millions of dollars. Okay? But then when he actually go to the goddamn I Have a Dream speech, it was about joining hands with white people. It had nothing to do about no money, no check. And you can see that the crowd, he had over, matter of fact, let me keep reading. There was over 250,000 damn people there. It said on August 28, 1963, some 250,000 people, black and white, demonstrated in the nation's capital. They sang freedom songs such as "We Shall Overcome." Good goddamn night. What is a white person out there singing "We Shall Overcome"? What the hell are they overcoming? The trailer park? You understand? What the hell is white people overcoming? Not a goddamn thing. Okay? And then it says, and ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. These are different songs they sing. Martin Luther King Jr., during his famous I Have a Dream speech, might still have been thinking of Birmingham when he said, I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. Now, what in the hell did that have to do with a check? With some farming, and giving land, you understand? And low interest rates. What the hell is holding a hand with a white boy and a white girl got to do? Man, matter of fact, that was Martin Luther King thing. You understand? He wasn't even sleeping with Coretta for real. He turned around and was sleeping with all the goddamn white women, man. He loved white whores. You understand? Martin Luther King loved white whores. Okay? He didn't even love them sisters for real. The sister he was with, man. That was somebody he just did to make, because you know, preachers do that. They be gay as all get out. Martin Luther King was a homosexual. You understand? That's why his top man was a goddamn homosexual. And they be sleeping with men and all that. They'll get a wife just to appear to have this, you know, this image, you know what I'm saying, as if they're men of God and they got a wife and kids and all that. But at the same time, they chasing men. You understand? Sleeping with men, and then Martin Luther King sleeping with white whores. You understand? Prostitutes. The dude was disgusting. You understand? Was disgusting as hell. It ain't had nothing to do with no goddamn no money. Holding hands with little white girls and little white boys. I'm gonna read this part right here. This one we're gonna close with this one right here. Okay, this is Victory at Last. All right. It says, by the end of 1963, many civil rights activists were losing hope. Okay? President Kennedy's proposed civil rights bill had not been passed. Though Birmingham had integrated its stores, many southern cities and towns still had not. Southern schools remained almost entirely segregated. Then, on November 22nd, 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated. No president in history has supported civil rights as strongly as Kennedy did. Black Americans had lost a friend in the White House. That's what they thought, okay? Because here's the problem. That's the main thing that they was doing all this for was to have Negroes hoping and voting, okay? You can hear, when you go and listen to Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, when he turned around, like I said, he was losing the people. They was barely even clapping 5, 10 of them. But then as soon as he said, Negro, we ain't gonna rest until every Negro got the right to vote, then the crowd just all of a sudden woke the hell up. You understand? They forgot all about the goddamn money and going there for a goddamn vote. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, man. What Martin Luther King and these other leaders did to black people was atrocious, man. This was horrible. You understand? This was horrible what they did to our people, man. All for him to turn around and make deals with white folks. Okay? But let's keep going. It said, however, new President Lyndon Johnson was determined to promote the passage of strong civil rights laws. He stated that no memorial, oration, or eulogy could more eloquently honor President Kennedy's memory than the earliest possible passage of the Civil Rights Bill for which he fought so long. On July 2nd, 1964, President Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill into law. The Civil Rights Act banned segregation in public places throughout the United States. It also gave the U.S. government more power to enforce anti-segregation laws. My fellow citizens, Johnson declared, we have come to a time of testing. We must not fail. Let us close the springs of racial poison. African Americans rejoiced after years of marches and sit-ins after being beaten and sent to jail. Civil rights activists were getting close to achieving their ultimate dream, true freedom. Now notice that it did not say that they were free at that time. It said they was getting closer to the goddamn dream of being free. And guess what? That is a damn dream. If you think you're going to go beg the white man and let him set you free, it's not going to take place. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you this picture real quick, and then I'm going to read this one, and then we're going to go ahead and end the class. This is disgusting, man. Look at, if you can see the look on Martin's face, look at him, man. He's all into it. You understand? Got that little goofy preacher smile on his face. You understand? Disgusting as hell. And let me tell you what it said. It says, President Lyndon B. Johnson signs the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And it said he would give one of the signing pens on his desk to Martin Luther King Jr., who stands behind him. Give Martin a hand. He did all of that for a fucking pen, man. You understand? Get the hell out of here. Black people still are not free. Black people are still saying the same goddamn thing that they were saying way back then. Is that, well, we just got to keep going. We got work to do. You got black people saying that same foolishness today. Well, we just got work. How much goddamn work are you going to put into a failed project? You understand? This project was a failure from the beginning. It failed when they started. That's why Martin Luther King that's why they had to turn around and come up with something new, something a little catchy, something to catch the attention of people. But bring the goddamn children, that was another goddamn fail. You don't put no children, no women in harm's goddamn way. You protect them, man. And no homosexual preacher is going to do that. Martin Luther King didn't do it. What's his name? Bevel Johnson, he didn't do it. All of them preachers, Shuttlesworth, Shuttlesworth, Wallace Shuttlesworth, none of them Christian preachers of the Southern Christian Leadership Council protected any of those women and children. Because if they did, they wouldn't have had them out there. You understand? They wouldn't have had them out there. And it was another part that I ended up skipping, like I said, we passed the time. But it said Martin Luther King willingly goes to prison. He wasn't just locked up. That was all a joke. You understand? That was all a goddamn joke to act as if he's being arrested like everybody else. Martin Luther King turned around and he saw how many people got locked up and he said, hell, I might as well go too. And he walked to the goddamn jail and went in there and put himself in the damn cell. Told them to arrest him. They didn't turn around and just come down on his head and then beat him like they did the rest of the people. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King was the white man's damn puppet. Why in the hell they gonna turn around and lock him up? Why they gonna turn around and beat him across the damn head? He ain't gonna hand over the slaves if you do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, this Martin Luther King's March on Washington, there's so much more that we can get into this. But man, we turn around and meet about midnight. You understand? So I'm gonna go ahead and end the class. Ultimately, the March on Washington, man, black people around the world just turned around and celebrated another ridiculous damn year of celebrating the damn Martin Luther King Day, that holiday. You understand? When none of that stuff even did any of us no good. We are still in the same horrible conditions that we was in way back then. They are still discriminating against us when we ride up and down the goddamn street in our cars. They still discriminate against us when we come in their stores. They don't want what's that football player name? The football player had got tased and half beat at a mall because of his damn nice car. You know what I'm saying? Because he pulls up in a Lambo, the police want to know what the hell he doing and who is he, and they turn around and beat the football player up. You understand? Beat the damn football player up, man. Straight up. Like I said, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying, what your position is here in America, man. If you black, the white man hates you. Simple as that. And he ain't gonna never turn around and join together with you and accept you as a people, as a person, you understand, and treat you like that at all. You understand? So like I said, we should not be following weak leaders, weak homosexual leaders like Martin Luther King and Barry Rustin and the rest of the damn butt boy crew. You understand? All these goddamn preachers are homosexuals, man, and soft as hell, and they ain't doing nothing but turning around. They just handing you over to the white man the same way Martin Luther King did. You understand? These preachers now today doing the same damn thing, handing you over to them so that they can get a little cut. You understand? And the white man can turn around and do us all the way in. All right. So with that, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and end the class. If anybody got any questions before we go, if not, shalom Israel.